Your person does not want to let go of you. Deep in their heart, they long for a future with you and are now prepared to embrace every responsibility that comes with being fully committed to this connection. They see you as someone irreplaceable, someone who has touched their life in ways no one else ever has. Their feelings are not one-sided. The love they carry for you mirrors the love you hold for them. The passion, intensity, and emotional depth between you both is undeniable and mutual. Yet, due to the heavy weight of their past, traumas, heartbreaks, and disappointments, they sometimes struggle to express their emotions in the gentle, open way you may crave. Their love is real and strong, but the scars of what they have endured make it hard for them to always show it in the softest form. Even now, they wrestle with a deep fear of abandonment. This fear sits quietly in their heart, shaping the way they respond to you and the connection you share. They notice the silence between you, the distance, the lack of affection, the absence of the small gestures of love they once received from you. This quietness is almost unbearable for them. They miss you not just in a general sense, but in a very raw, personal way. They miss your voice, your laughter, the playful innocence you brought into their life. They miss the light-hearted, childlike side of you that made the heaviness of life feel easier to carry. Without those moments of warmth and joy, they feel a hollow emptiness echoing in their days. In the past, they were not ready for the kind of serious, grounded commitment you deserved. Their priorities were scattered, and their heart was not yet prepared to step fully into the role that love was asking of them. At that time, they may have been confused, hesitant, or unwilling to let go of other influences around them. But now, after everything that has unfolded, they have come to a powerful realization: you mean far more to them than they ever allowed themselves to admit. They see now how much you sacrificed, how much of yourself you gave, and how many times you put your own needs aside simply to make them feel happy, secure, and emotionally supported. Those sacrifices did not go unnoticed, even if they failed to acknowledge them at the time. Now, in hindsight, they recognize your worth, your devotion, and the incredible importance you hold in their life. At this moment, they are going through a very rough and painful phase. The weight of regret sits heavily on their shoulders. They are beginning to see the truth, that they spent too much time ignoring the purity of your love while surrounding themselves with toxic influences, unhealthy attachments, or selfish people who never had their best interest at heart. In doing so, they neglected what was most real and sacred, the love you gave so freely. This awareness is not easy for them. It forces them to confront the mistakes they made and the pain they may have caused you. Yet this painful clarity has also awakened a sincere desire in them to rebuild what was lost. They want to start again, not from a place of fear or hesitation, but from a place of love, strength, and commitment. They no longer want to run from this connection. Instead, they want to nurture it, protect it, and let it grow. They are beginning to understand that true love is not something that comes around often, and the bond they share with you is not ordinary. It is rare, powerful, and guided by something far greater than the two of you alone. They can feel the divine energy within this relationship, as if the universe itself placed you in their life to awaken them and remind them of what love truly means. Without you, they feel incomplete. The days feel longer, the nights colder, and even the moments of joy seem to lack their true shine. You bring them a sense of comfort, peace, and belonging that no one else ever could. Around you, they feel safe enough to be vulnerable and strong enough to face life's challenges. You have always been their anchor, their light, their source of inspiration. They now see clearly that their connection with you is not just emotional, it is spiritual, almost fated. It goes beyond surface attraction or fleeting feelings. It is something profound, something that touches the soul. They know they cannot undo the past, but they want to show you through actions, not just words, that they are ready for change. They want to take responsibility, to prove to you that they can be the partner you deserve. Their heart is no longer clouded by confusion, it is filled with a deep knowing that you are the person they want to build a life with. They are determined to create a future where both of you feel loved, respected, and valued. Your person longs for reconciliation, for another chance to write a new chapter with you, one built on trust, honesty, and unwavering devotion. They are not simply missing you in this moment, they are awakening to the reality that you are their true love, their divine counterpart, and the one soul who completes them in ways words will never fully capture. As each day unfolds, my heart aches with a weight I cannot easily put into words. The longing for you grows stronger with every sunrise and every sunset, as though time itself conspires to remind me of your absence. I crave the sound of your voice, the comfort it brings, and the warmth of your presence beside me. The vastness of the distance that separates us often feels overwhelming, like an endless ocean I must cross just to reach you. Yet in that distance, I also feel the depth of my love for you, for it is only love that can make separation feel so profoundly unbearable. Each passing moment is marked by a quiet yearning, a desire not just for reunion, but for the fullness of life that only comes when you are near. The anguish of not being able to hear your words or see your radiant presence weighs heavily upon my soul. At times, it feels as though a vital part of me is missing, as though the world is slightly dimmer without the glow of your laughter and the light in your eyes. Life is filled with challenges and uncertainties, but through every twist and turn, you are constantly on my mind. Your presence, though distant, brings me strength in moments when I feel weak, and hope in moments when I feel lost. Even in silence, I feel connected to you, as though an invisible thread binds us together no matter how far apart we may be. Your presence in my life is a gift beyond measure. The joy you bring me is immeasurable, filling spaces within me that I never knew were empty. And yet, the thought of not being able to hold you close, to cherish you with the simplicity of a touch or the intimacy of a shared moment, fills me with a deep and aching longing. Still, I find solace in the vision we have created together, a vision of a future that belongs to us. I imagine the days when our love will no longer be tested by distance, when every morning will begin with you by my side, and every evening will end with the peace of knowing we are together. In those thoughts, I find hope and the patience to endure this temporary separation, for I know the life we will build together will be worth every moment of waiting. Though our journey may be marked with challenges, I want you to know that my devotion and commitment to our union remain unwavering. Love is not simply about the easy moments, but about standing firm when life tests us. I understand your concerns, your fears, and your insecurities, and I hold them with compassion. I want you to rest in the certainty that no one else holds my heart the way you do. You are irreplaceable, the one I choose each day, the one I will continue to choose for as long as I live. My love for you is not fragile, nor is it fleeting, it is steadfast, resilient, and deeply rooted in the truth of who we are together. You are my soul's counterpart, the mirror that reflects my truest self, the guide who helps me navigate this chaotic and unpredictable world. You steady me when I falter, even when you are not physically here, because I carry your love as an anchor within me. Please, my love, believe in us. Believe that our path, though at times difficult, is unfolding exactly as it is meant to. Life may place obstacles in our way, but I trust in the strength of what we share. Together, there is nothing we cannot overcome. Our bond is strong, unbreakable, and eternal, and that certainty fuels me with the courage to face the days without you. Your love has transformed me in ways I never thought possible. Before you, I could not have imagined the depth of connection that now sustains me, nor could I have known the profound joy that comes from simply loving another soul so completely. You have opened my heart, awakened parts of me that had long been asleep, and reminded me of the beauty of vulnerability and trust. With you, I have learned what it means to truly give and to truly receive love. For this, I am endlessly grateful. You are not just someone I love, you are the very essence of love itself in my life. Until the day we are reunited, know this: I am here, loving you fiercely from a distance, supporting you even in silence, and carrying you with me in all that I do. Every choice I make, every hope I hold, is tied to the thought of us and the life we are building together. I count the days until I can hold you again, but until then, I will keep loving you across the distance, with a devotion that grows stronger instead of weaker. Our love, though tested by time and separation, is unshakable. It is a flame that refuses to burn out, a song that continues to echo in my heart no matter how far apart we are. And so, as the days stretch on, I will continue to draw strength from our bond and the certainty of what we share. I will continue to wait, to hope, and to dream of the moment we can close the distance between us. Until that day arrives, remember always, you are cherished beyond measure, missed beyond words, and loved beyond time. It has been so long since we last spoke that the silence between us has begun to feel like an endless desert. I find myself wandering aimlessly in this barren space, with no one to look up to, no oasis to offer comfort, and no guiding star to lead me forward. The absence of your voice, your presence, and your warmth weighs on me so heavily that it feels like loneliness itself has become my closest companion. I crave you more than anything else in this world, because you are not just someone I loved, you are the one who gave meaning to my emptiness. You filled the hollow spaces in my heart with your love, your care, your compassion, and your understanding. In a world where people come and go without leaving a trace, you stood out as someone irreplaceable. You were never just another person in my life. To me, you became everything. You were my strength when I had none, the light that guided me when I was consumed by darkness, and the shoulder I could lean on when I was too weak to stand on my own. I trusted you with parts of myself that I had never shared with anyone else. You became the one I relied on more than anyone in this world. Through the deepest, most painful struggles of my life, struggles that felt like a disease eating away at me from the inside, it was you who gave me the courage to survive. When everyone else abandoned me or turned their backs, you were the one who stayed. You stood beside me, unwavering and loyal, refusing to let me fall apart completely. In moments when my silence was too heavy for others to bear, you listened without judgment. You are the only one who truly understood the language of my pain, the unspoken words that hid behind my quietness. No one has ever loved me with the depth and sincerity that you did. And yet, as much as your love brought me comfort, I carry a heavy weight of guilt. For all the kindness, compassion, and love you gave me, what did I give you in return? Instead of bringing you happiness, I brought you pain. Instead of offering you peace, I created suffering. In place of honesty, I left you with deception. Where there should have been acceptance and tenderness, I gave you rejection. These truths haunt me, because in my heart I always intended to love you more than anyone else. I truly did, and I still do, but I failed to express it. I failed to show you the depth of my devotion in the ways you deserved. My silence and my shortcomings overshadowed the love I carried inside, and for that, I will always feel remorse. This connection between us, no matter how difficult, has taught me invaluable lessons. It has shown me the importance of balance, the give and take that sustains love. Looking back, I can see how selfishly I behaved at times. I see how often I took from you without realizing the weight you carried, without giving back as much as I should have. And in contrast, I see how you, with so much maturity and compassion, continued to hold me together. You gave endlessly, patiently, and selflessly, even when I failed to recognize your efforts. You managed to love me in my most unlovable moments, to stand by me when I could not even stand by myself. That is not something many people are capable of, and it speaks to the greatness of your heart. What amazes me most is how you handled everything with grace. While I faltered, you remained steady. While I struggled to navigate my emotions, you carried yours with wisdom and gentleness. You never allowed anger to destroy what we had. Instead, you chose to respond with compassion. That is something rare, something extraordinary, and I can never thank you enough for it. You taught me more about love than anyone else ever could. You showed me that love is not only about passion and desire, but also about patience, sacrifice, and forgiveness. You embodied what it means to love truly and deeply, not just in words but in actions. Even now, as I reflect on everything we have shared, I cannot deny how deeply you remain a part of me. You are woven into the fabric of who I am, into my memories, into my very sense of self. I may have caused you pain, but please know that you were, and always will be, the most significant person in my life. My regret is not just for the mistakes I made, but for not telling you often enough how much you mean to me. I should have shouted it to the world, held your hand tighter, and reminded you every single day that you are my everything. If time could be turned back, I would choose differently. I would choose to express my love more clearly, to match your compassion with my own, and to make sure you never doubted your place in my heart. But time moves only forward, and so all I can do now is acknowledge the lessons I've learned and carry them with me. I know now the value of love that is given freely and selflessly. I know the importance of nurturing a bond instead of taking it for granted. Most of all, I know that people like you are rare, and when they appear in our lives, they should be cherished beyond measure. You are truly great. Not just for the love you gave me, but for the person you are, kind, patient, understanding, and strong. You have left an imprint on my soul that will never fade. And though I may have failed you in many ways, my love for you remains unshaken. It is a love that lives not only in words, but in the very core of my being.